Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us here live on the Star City Bulldog live stream as we are bringing you action from week 0 as your Star City Bulldogs get set to take on the visiting Forrest City Mustangs as they've come to town to open up this 2021 high school football season. Good evening to all of you. I'm Josh Smith. I'll be bringing you your play-by-play action here tonight from the brand new digs here in the Star City press box as we look forward to seeing the Bulldogs hit the field and ring in this new season. Lots of action on the field, lots of new faces as we get set to go here tonight. We'll be back with your live play-by-play action as we inch ever closer to Star City football. We're about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff, and we'll be back with you here in just a few moments right here on the Star City Bulldog live stream. We welcome you back inside Bulldog Stadium as we get set for the ball game here tonight. Representing the Bulldogs as captains down on the field, number 11, Trey Proctor, the senior, as well as number 15, Cole Branson. Still following the COVID protocols, only one man goes out for the toss. Forrest City has won the toss, and they've elected to receive the ball game to start this ball game. And so for the first time this year, Star City Bulldog defense going to go out there on the field and get tested against this Mustang team. Again, we thank you for joining us here tonight as it is the season opener for the Bulldogs. Lots of faces that graduated and moved on to the next phase. Lots of new ones coming in. Everybody always turns to who's going to be the man behind the center, calling the plays and taking the snaps. And unless I'm mistaken, that's going to be junior Mason Taylor. Mason played a lot last year on offense, played a little bit of tight end, played wide receiver. And so we're going to see him here tonight back there playing a little quarterback. Jamari Douglas leading the Bulldogs onto the field as they make their way to the sidelines. And, folks, it is almost time for kickoff here in the land of the Bulldogs. We thank you for joining us here tonight. We're going to be bringing you all the action all year long as we'll be live streaming from each and every ball game as the Bulldogs get set to continue play. Stands are filling up. Fans coming out to watch a little bit of football here tonight. I think everybody's excited, as this time of year always brings excitement in the air. Whether you're a Razorback fan, whether you're a Bulldog fan, or whatever you are, we've been waiting all winter. We've been waiting all summer. And now it is time to kick the football here in the land of the Bulldogs. We'll take a quick break in the action. We'll be back with your kickoff as Andres Heredia gets set to kick it off for the Bulldogs and get this 2021 season underway. You're listening to the Star City Bulldog live stream coverage on YouTube. Andres Heredia getting it teed up for the Bulldogs. Back deep for Forrest City. And he's going to get it up over the 20-yard line. Not much more there. There's a big scrum at about the 23-yard line. They'll push the pile up close to the 25. And that's where the Mustangs are going to take it first down and 10 for their first series of this year. Mustangs have some pretty good size on that offensive line. Trey Proctor, one of the biggest, most impressive-looking Bulldogs, is going to be matched up inside. Joining him is Shamar Jackson on that interior line. Playing one of the end positions, Jeremy Votts. And Forrest City going to line it up in the I formation. They're going to hand it off over the right side, and he's going to get across the 20 and not back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to spot him about a foot short, and so the first play for Forrest City tonight is a negative play. They're going to quickly get back onto the ball. I formation lining up behind the quarterback. Brings a man in motion to the right side. Again, he's going to hand it off to the right, and this time he's got a little more room as he gets it up over the 25-yard line, up to about the 28. And so that's going to bring up third and about 7 for Forrest City. That time a good push on the interior from Forrest City set that play up well for them. And so the first time it's going to be a third down. They're going to hand it off over the left side again. Lots of room to run as the running back and Willie Murphy is able to get the first down yardage and move the chains. But he's going to come up hobbling after the play, but it is a first down for Forrest City. Trayvon Gordon, the quarterback for Forrest City. They stick with the I formation. 3 receivers set. They're going to hand it off over the left side. Again, lots of room. And this time it's Depreece Jones, who's the running back. He's going to move the chains or be very close to it. Let's see. It looks like they're going to spot him about a foot or two short. And so it's going to be second down and inches for the Forrest City Mustangs. They stay in the I formation. The quarterback is Gordon. Lyman looked like he was trying to come off the field. Changed his mind. Jones is the running back behind the fullback, Chris. They hand it off to Jones over the left side. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, but he breaks free, and he is down the sideline as he's going to get it down to about the 36. And so, again, it's first down and 10 for the Forrest City Mustangs. They tried it on the right side the first time, and unfortunately, the left side has proven a little better for them. So they've moved some men around, changed some personnel out. That's what so much of this early season is about. It's finding out who your horses are. I formation. They hand it off, and we've got a whistle on the field, and it's going to be offsides, it appears, against Star City for lining up in the neutral zone. Exactly 10 minutes showing here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game, as this is the first series for either team. Forrest City comes out in the I formation. They're going to go play action pass, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as the Bulldogs do a great job of pinning in the quarterback, Trayvon Gordon, who was running a little bootleg over to the left side, and he's unable to do anything. He gets a 4-yard loss on the play, so that's going to make it second down and 9 as the officials give a sideline warning to Forrest City for the first time. I formation behind the quarterback, Gordon, and they've got a lineman that moves up front. And so that'll be a free 5 for the Star City Bulldogs to put the Forrest City Mustangs in a second and long situation. The Mustangs sticking mainly to the ground here so far in the ball game. Depreece Jones is going to be the running back behind the quarterback, Trayvon Gordon. He's going to hand it off. Left side, Jones waits for the hole to open, and the Bulldogs close quickly as C.J. Turner hems him in on that far sideline. And so he's able to pick up about 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and a long 10. The Bulldogs really need to step it up here and get a stop on this first series. Forrest City may indeed be in 4-down territory. The Bulldogs would love to make it 4th and 10, 4th and 11. Gordon takes a snap, play action. He's going to look to throw. He's dancing out of trouble. He's going to take it and fires over the right side. And that pass sails way out of bounds. And so now it's going to be 4th down and 11. There is a flag back in the backfield. Typically that is going to be in the neighborhood of holding. I don't think we've got a roughing the passer, but we're going to see as the officials are going to sort it out. Star City already indicating they're going to decline the penalty, so that does look to be against Forrest City. So now it's 4th down and 11. And we see a personnel change coming in from the sideline, so we may indeed see a Forrest City punt. It being on the Star City 36-yard line, it would not surprise me to see something a little tricky here. But we'll see. Star City doesn't even send anyone back deep. Ladarius Bradley on to do the punting duties for Forrest City. High snap, he's able to get it down and gets his foot into it. And it's going to hit down and be downed at about the 13-yard line. And so a net punt of about 22 yards, and for the first time this season, we'll see the Star City Bulldog offense take the field. Those of you that keep up with Star City, you know Star City loves to run the football. They run the old flex bone offense. They love to work in some option. What they really love to do is get a good push up front and impose their will on the defense. So your quarterback's going to be Mason Taylor. One halfback's going to be C.J. Turner. And they take it and they hand it to Turner over the right side. Turner's got a little bit of running room on first down as he gets it up to about the 19-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Good push up front. Forrest City had good speed closing in that edge and stopping it. After they get the chain set, I'm going to say he picked up 6. So 2nd and 4. Taylor's going to hand it off. This time he gets it into the hands of Cole Branson. Branson's going to get it very close to first down yardage. It's going to be 3rd down, maybe a foot or two, as he's going to be just shy of the first down marker. And the officials think it's close enough. They want to take a little look at it and get our first measurement of the year to see if indeed the Bulldogs got it. The official actually changed his mind, so he's blown the play live. Let's go. He seems to be a complete yard short. Jamari Douglas going to line up wide for the Bulldogs along with Trey Proctor. And the quarterback, Mason Taylor, is going to keep it, and Mason has got some room as he carries it right up the middle. He's going to be short of the 40-yard line. He gets it up to the 38, and that's a Bulldog first down. Great job by Mason Taylor. We saw his athleticism last year on display. Again, he played a little wide receiver, played some tight end. And here tonight, he's a signal caller for the Bulldogs and showed some grit getting that first down and a good push by those men up front to give him plenty of room. First down and 10. Handoff goes to Cole Branson coming here around the left side. He's got room. He's over the 50, and he's going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line as Cole Branson gets a good pickup on first down. And they move the chains once again, and the Star City Bulldogs offense is in business. 6 minutes, 49 seconds remain here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game, but the Dogs are moving. They go with an I formation. They're going to hand off to C.J. Parker over the right side. He's got lots of room. He's going to keep going all the way across the 30-yard line down to the 29. Excuse me, that is C.J. Turner. I'll get used to these new names and new faces here shortly, but Turner's got a first down as he gets it inside of the 29. That was a great job by the offensive line as they opened a huge hole for him, easily getting the first down yardage and then some. Austin Wilkerson splits out wide on one side. C.J. Turner on this side. He is completely uncovered. He's waving to the quarterback. Taylor never saw him. He hands it off up the middle this time to Cole Branson. But Turner was trying to get his quarterback's attention that he's uncovered. And so now we've got a timeout on the field. 5:59 remaining in the first quarter. Star City 0, Forrest City 0. We'll be back with live action in just a moment. We welcome you back to Bulldog Stadium as we get set for play to resume. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Star City Bulldog offense. Taylor gets them lined up. Wing T set this time. He's going to turn and hand it over to Turner. Turner's across the 20. He's down inside the red zone as he gets it to the 19-yard line. That's another first down for the Dogs as they'll move the chains. Star City sticking with what they know best, staying on the ground, but so far here tonight, that offensive line is doing a great job in moving the chains, moving the men, and giving his running backs a great lane to run through. Back to the flex bone set. They're going to hand it off to Cole Branson. Branson's coming left. He's got room. Branson's inside the 10. He's down to the 5. And there's a flag on the play. I hate to guess, but it would look to be in the area of a face mask. So let's see what the call is going to be with the officials. There was some pushing and shoving there at the end of the play. That may have been a holding call. That is going to be the call as they're going to push it back just a little bit. And they'll move it back across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So it'll be first down at about 8 for your Bulldogs. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Still no score in this one. The Bulldogs threatening down inside the red zone. C.J. Turner splits out here to the near side. Wing T set. And we've got a timeout taken on the field. We'll take it with them. 5:15 remaining. No score here in Star City. You're listening to the Star City Bulldogs live stream on YouTube. We're just about set for play to resume here. Ty Grayson going to split out wide for the Dogs. C.J. Turner playing in the slot. Quarterback Mason Taylor is in the shotgun with Cole Branson beside him. Turner comes in motion. They're going to hand it off on the jet sweep. He goes right. He's looking for room. He cuts it up the field. Touchdown, Star City Bulldogs. Cole Branson patiently waits for the hole, C.J. Turner patiently waits for the hole to open. He finds his way to the end zone, and so the Bulldogs strike first as they now lead it 6-0 over the Forrest City Mustangs. Star City looking like they're going to decide if they're going to go for the extra point. What the call is. There looks to still be some conversation going on with the officials. One of the officials called it a touchdown, but the side judge has said no way. So now it's going to be first down and goal from the 2. I know what the coaches are screaming right now. We had an official signal touchdown. So they're going to move the ball back to the right hash and say, hey, we'll get it right on this one. And so now it's going to be first down and goal. I always hate to take points off the board, but that's going to be the way it goes right now. They'll hand it off right up the middle, and they're going to be stopped short. They're unable to get it into the end zone. They may have lost a yard on that one. So now it's going to be second down and goal. So Bulldogs try to find a way to push it in. They were down to the 2. They're back to the 3 now. Flex bone set. They hand it off. Cole Branson's going to take it. He walks into the end zone. No doubt about that one. Touchdown Bulldogs as Cole Branson officially scores the first points of the season for Star City. And this time I don't think we're going to have a discussion. On for the extra point is Andres Heredia. Ty Grayson's his holder. Low snap, but the kick is up, and it is no good. And so 6-0 is where our score is going to stay. You're watching Bulldog football on the Star City Bulldog live stream on YouTube. Andres Heredia gets set to tee it up for the Bulldogs for the second time tonight, as he's going to kick it off. Back deep for Forrest City looks to be number 14, Ladarius Bradley. Heredia gets a good kick. That's going to send Bradley all the way back to the 1. He's going to bring it out. He's going to try the right side, and he's going to get dumped at the 15-yard line. That time it looked like Turner came in and made the stop for the Dogs. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Forrest City Mustangs as they'll start it at the 17-yard line. I formation. There was some movement up front early. Nobody called it. Handoff goes right up the middle, and there is nothing there. And there comes a flag late as Ali Isom really tried to work over that defense from Star City, and I don't know if they're going to call a hold, an unsportsmanlike conduct. It's really weird to see the officials this year. If you may notice, there's not as many conferences as there once were, as they're all wearing radios and earpieces. So they're talking to each other across the field at all times. And so they're going to come over and talk to Star City, and they're going to mark it off. And that'll push them all the way back to just inside the 10-yard line. It's a big penalty against Forrest City. And that's going to make it 1st down, and we'll call it 19. Quarterback Gordon takes a snap. He's going to hand it off over the left side. He gets it back into the hands of their starting running back, and Willie Murphy. And that time, Murphy literally got his head taken off. He's having to go to the sideline as he lost his helmet on that play. Nothing dirty about it. He just took a lick. As that time, it was a great job by that Star City defense to come flying in there, and they did not let him break contain. So now it's going to be 2nd down and about 19 to go. DePrince Jones checks back in at the running back spot in the I formation. 3 men wide for Forrest City. He's going to hand it off over the left side to Jones as Mason Taylor comes in and makes a stop from his safety position, a pickup of 8 yards. As he does a good job cleaning that one up. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and long situation for Forrest City. We've seen the quarterback, Trayvon Gordon, try to throw it one time, and he really sailed it long. So we'll see what he does here. 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. Dogs still lead it 6-0. I thought that the men on the side had the wrong down, and so they just changed it to 4th down. I thought that that should have been 3rd down instead of 2nd, but you go by what you see on the field. So this time, Ty Grayson along with Mason Taylor are back to receive the punt, and we've got a timeout on the field. Taken by the Forrest City Mustangs. We'll take a quick break in the action. Be back with more in just a moment. So we get set to resume action. It is 4th down and about 13. Forrest City looking to punt the football. New punter, and he barely gets this one off. It may have been tipped. Grayson's going to get away from it as it's only going to get down to the Forrest City Mustang 38-yard line, and so the Bulldogs will begin this second offensive series in plus territory as they bring that offense back onto the field for its second time. The first time they were out there, it resulted in 6 for the Bulldogs. They were unable to get that extra point on the board. They did a great job moving the ball down the field. So 1st down and 10, we've yet to see Taylor throw the football. Some new backs. Branson going to be one of the halfbacks, and it looks like they're going to bring in Javion Turner. He's going to hand it off right up the middle this time to the fullback in Tank Jones. Jones is going to get it up exactly to the 35-yard line. So he'll pick up 3 on 1st down. 2nd down and 7 coming up for Star City. Ty Grayson split out wide here to the near side. This time they're going to hand it off to Javion Turner. He tries to stretch it to the sideline and should have cut it up the field. And so he's going to lose back around the original line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost 4, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11. This may be the first time we see Taylor stretch that arm a little bit. I formation behind the quarterback, Taylor. Play action. He's in trouble early. He's going to step up into the pocket. He fires it over to the near side, and that pass is caught by Dawson McGuff. McGuff's going to get it down to about the 12-yard line. That's another Bulldog 1st down. Taylor did a great job under pressure, stepping up into the pocket, avoiding the defensive player coming after him, and made a good throw and an even better catch by Dawson. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for your Bulldogs from the 13-yard line. Taylor's under center, back in the flex bone. He's going to hand it off to Cole Branson on the left side. Branson inside the 10, inside the 5, as he's going to get down around the 3-yard line, but there is a flag that comes in late, and we'll have to see what the call is. It's going to be a personal foul face mask that goes against Forrest City. That moves it half the distance to the goal, and so Star City will have it 1st down and goal from the 1.5-yard line. 50 seconds and rolling left here in the 1st quarter. Ryan Albright brings the play in for Star City. He's going to split out here to the near side, as your backs are going to be Tank Jones and Cole Branson. Taylor hands it off to Cole. He walks into the end zone again. Touchdown for your Star City Bulldogs, as they're making it look easy right now on the offensive side of the ball. Those offensive linemen doing a great job getting a good push up front. The running backs thus far have had no trouble finding exactly where to go. And so they'll keep the offense on the field, try to get that extra point they missed the first time back. A lot of coaches have that philosophy. You miss the first one, you keep going for 2 until you make it up. And that's how it's going to be here tonight. They're going to hand it off. This time it's going to go into the trusty hands of C.J. Turner. And Turner sneaks into the pylon. Or the 2-point conversion's good. Wanting to give touchdowns all over the place here tonight. And just like that, Star City leads it 14-0 over the Forrest City Mustangs. We'll take a quick break in the action and be back with more in just a moment. Andres Heredia back onto the field to kick it deep for the Bulldogs. Going back for Forrest City, Ladarius Bailey. Left-footed Heredia gets set to kick it, and he gets a nice one once again. It's going to drive him back inside the 5. As he gets it up over the 20, he's got some room and a good job. That time coming flying in to save. Big yardage was Jeremy Votts for the Star City Bulldogs. But nonetheless, it's going to be first down and 10 for Forrest City as they are inching closer to midfield, as they'll be spotted just shy of the 45-yard line, back at the 44. This could be the last play of the first quarter. 20 seconds left. Star City leads it 14-0. I formation for Forrest City. They're going to hand it off on the left side. And that was big trouble for the Mustangs. Some laundry came flying in at the end of that play, so we'll see what the call is here. They look set to mark off yardage against Forrest City. That's exactly what they're going to do. Must have been some sort of procedure penalty. Nope, they're going to mark off more than that. And so that's going to move them all the way down to the 27-yard line. Much more favorable position for the Bulldogs. So after that hold, it's going to be first down and a country mile for the Mustangs. Quarterback Trayvon Gordon gets set. He's going to hand it off over the right side. Good running room for a few moments for the running back, DePrince Jones. Trey Proctor did a good job coming in, making the stop, and that's our last play of the first quarter. Star City leads it after one quarter of play, 14-0. We'll be back with the second here in just a moment from Bulldog Stadium. As we get set for the second quarter to begin here at Bulldog Stadium, it is a beautiful night for football. It was a hot one as we arrived at the stadium today, but we've had a nice little shade come over the crowd as the sun is set lower in the sky. Temperature's gone down and it feels like football weather. Star City Bulldogs enjoying that first quarter as they now lead it 14-0 over Forrest City. Trayvon Gordon is your quarterback for the Mustangs. Willie Murphy behind him. He's going to hand it off to Murphy. Murphy really had some success on those first couple drives, but he's finding it hard going ever since then. And so that's going to bring up third down and 27 for Forrest City after a short gain on second. One of the Bulldogs makes his way to the sideline. In this kind of weather, you expect some tight legs and some cramps, and I bet that's what we got going on here. Gordon gets it out wide quickly on a little bubble screen. As they're not going to pick up much. Ladarius Bradley jumped up excited as if they had gotten a major gain, but they picked up about 4 on that play. So that's going to make it fourth down and 22 for the Forrest City Mustangs. Looks like they're going to send the punting unit back onto the field once again. Back deep for the Dogs are Ty Grayson and Mason Taylor, the quarterback. Uh-oh. Punt snap gets away. The punter picks it up, and he's just going to try to get what he can. But that's going to be a huge loss of yardage. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. As the Bulldogs did a good job getting back there and keeping him from getting anywhere, as they're going to have fantastic field position for their third possession of the game, as they'll have it at about the 32-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Dogs from there. Austin Wilkerson going to split out wide. The Bulldogs go with the I formation. Taylor brings them to the line. They're going to hand it off, and it looks like we've got a fumble on the play. And it's going to be Forrest City football. Just that quickly, Forrest City back on offense. You expect some of that early in the season, but that one does not bounce the Bulldogs' way, and so just like that, Forrest City gets another crack at this Star City D. 10 minutes, 18 seconds remain here in the first half. Star City on top 14-0. Gordon's going to be your quarterback. Murphy going to be the running back behind Trayvon Gordon. Marvin Barnett lining up at fullback. Gordon's going to look to pass. He steps up. He whips it across the middle as he overthrows his intended receiver as he really turned that one loose and threw a laser across the middle. He was trying to get it into the hands of Justin Edwards, but Edwards couldn't hold on to that one. So it's going to be second down and 10. Star City doing a good job of getting some pressure coming from the edge. Gordon stepped up and turned it loose, but my goodness, nobody was catching that one. So they'll bring Bradley out wide. They'll scoot the tight end, Edwards, back in. Play action. He's looking to pass again. This time he gets it complete and into the hands of the big target in number 13, Justin Edwards. Edwards catches it for about a 14-yard gain. That's enough to move the chains for the Mustangs. They're trying to change things up a little bit here on their fourth possession of the night. Star City has kind of been loading up to stop the run, so for the first time, Forrest City going to try to challenge them. 2 men out wide. I formation behind the quarterback, Gordon. Gordon changing the play at the line. He's going to hand it off over the right side. Not much going for Murphy there as he's going to be stuffed back around the 45. And so he'll lose 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 13. Star City really doing a good job so far against the run. They gave up some pretty good runs on that first series, but ever since then have adjusted well. Forrest City has not done much. So 2nd and 13. Gordon under center. He throws a quick screen. He's got it complete once again as Edwards tries to run to the near sideline here and outrun the Star City defenders to the edge, but they do a good job, take good angles, force him to the sidelines, and he maybe picks up 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 9. We'll call it 10. Forrest City trying to mix things up a little bit more on offense. I formation for the Mustangs. Play action. Rolling to the right side is Gordon. He turns it loose, and he fires it downfield, and he's got a receiver on the ground who is nowhere near where the ball came in, and I think he must have slipped. And so once again, Star City holds them. And that'll be a 4th down and 10 for the Forrest City Mustangs. They're going to swap that personnel out and look to bring their punting unit on. As before, Mason Taylor and Ty Grayson are going to be your returners. Both have very sure hands, and that's what you want on returning punts. Forrest City doesn't go with a traditional punt set as they kind of go with a quick kick. That's what they're going to do, and it's blocked. It's blocked, and it's picked up this time by one of the big linemen, Tayshawn Lewis. Excuse me, that was not Tayshawn Lewis. That was Shamar Jackson, who scoops it up for the Bulldogs, and he tries to get some yardage. So once again, Star City's going to have fantastic field position as they'll be in plus territory once again from the 31. You've got to wonder what Forrest City is doing, only standing 5 yards behind the snapper every time they punt the football. Does not give him much room at all. We're not complaining. Taylor takes it in shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Turner's going to bring it around the right side. He's got some room. He hurdles a man at the 23-yard line. He's going to be pushed out just shy of the 20. And that should be a Star City Bulldog 1st down. Depending on the spot, it's going to be very close. C.J. Turner showing some great athleticism, hopping over the first defender that got there and getting an extra 2 to 3 yards. So they'll call it 2nd down and a yard. Dawson McGuff checks into the game. Your backs are Turner, Tank Jones, and Cole Branson. Once again, I don't know if it's the chain gang or it's the officials forgetting to move the chains. They're going to hand it off to Branson. He's taking it around the left side. He's got room. He tries to hurdle a man as he's down inside the 10. And Forrest City has another one down on the field. And so as he spots it just inside the 10-yard line, that'll be 1st down and goal for Star City. 8 minutes, 32 seconds remain here in the first half. Dogs lead it 14-0. Taylor brings him to the line. He is going to hand it off on the right side. He gets it into the hands of Javion Turner. And Javion's going to get a yard or two as he tries to stretch it to that right side. That's twice tonight he's tried to stretch it to the sideline, and that's been a difficult bit of going. So that ball marked at the 8. 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Tank Jones, Javion Turner, and Cole Branson are your backs. They're going to hand it off to Branson on the left side. Branson tries to turn it up the field. He's going to pick up a couple yards, but he's going to be stopped short of the 5-yard line. And so that's going to make it 3rd down and goal for Star City. That has been the go-to play. In fact, that's been the scoring play for Star City on its first 2 drives. Clock going to run under 7 minutes remaining in the half on this snap. One man split out wide for the Dogs. They're going to hand it off to Cole Branson, who once again waltzes into the end zone for a Star City Bulldog touchdown. They are wearing that left side out. And so Branson gets his 3rd score of the night to make it a 20-0 Bulldog game. And Andres Heredia on the field to try to get the extra point. And so Star City's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:48 remaining in the half. Bulldogs lead it 20-0. We'll be back with more Bulldog football in just a moment. Heredia getting set to kick it for the Dogs to try to make it a 21-0 ball game. Ty Grayson gets it down, and the kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. And so with that, the Bulldogs lead it now 21-0 over Forrest City. We'll take a quick break in the action, be back with a kickoff in just a moment. Heredia is on and getting set to kick it off for the Bulldogs. They now lead it 21-0 over the Forrest City Mustangs. He doesn't like how that one's teed up. Try to get it a little more to his liking. Reddy is going to approach it. He gets another good kick. This one's going to hit down at about the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So great job by Andres Heredia, not giving them a chance to return it. It's going to be first down and 10 for Forrest City. And they're going to have it at about the 20 or not about at exactly the 20-yard line to start this drive. Folks, we want to take just a moment to thank our Bulldog Foundation sponsors, Lawn and Power, Reed Robertson State Farm Insurance, Connect Bank, Star City Insurance Agency, Griffin Funeral Service, Doctor's Orders Pharmacy, Reliance Bank, and Chartwells. Looks like they took just a brief time out there on the field to try to get set for this series. I'm sure the coach from Forrest City saying, all right, boys, we're in a hole, but it's still the first half. So it'll be once again first down and 10 for the Forrest City Mustangs. They'll start things at their 20-yard line. Gordon's going to be your quarterback for Forrest City. They hand it off up the middle, across the 20, and over to about the 23-yard line. They get it in the hands of a new back, getting his first carry of the night in Darius Chris. And so Chris is going to pick up 4 on his first time to touch the football. Second down and 6 for Forrest City. Forrest City came out slinging it on their last drive. Their quarterback making a couple calls at the line. He goes play action. He's rolling to the right side. He turns it loose. He had a man wide open down the field, and he is unable to get the ball into the hands of Ladarius Bradley. And Star City catches a break there as he had a man wide open. And so now it'll be third down and 6. Trey Proctor comes off for the Dogs. And Forrest City's going to burn their last time out of the first half. 21-0 our score. 6 minutes left here in the first half. We'll be back with more Bulldog football right after this. 3rd down and 6 is going to be how it is for the Mustangs. The first time tonight they get out of the I formation, they're going to go from the shotgun. Nifty little play as they get into the hands of Bradley. Bradley's going to try that right side, and he's going to try to get first down yardage, but he doesn't get a positive yard. So they lose a yard on that one, and now it's going to be 4th down and 8. Here comes the personnel change, and here comes the punting unit for Forrest City once again. I know the Mustangs would like a little more success out of their punting unit than they did last time. It looks like they're going to move their punter back a little further as the quick kick formation has not worked out so well for them. Taylor and Grayson back deep, and again, it's a short punt. And it's going to be picked up by Mason Taylor. Taylor gets it across the 45 as he steps out of bounds at the 44 at the near sideline here, and there's a late flag on the play. Didn't see any contact, but I think I heard some mouthing. And coaches are not happy about that one. There's going to be an emphasis in football across the board this year for taunting. And that looks to be what they're going to call, and that's going to move the Bulldogs back 15 yards and put them in the worst field position they've had since their very first possession of the game. That's one of those learning moments that I'm sure they'll get to learn about Monday at practice. After you go back and watch the game film, coaches don't forget about things like that. And so Star City will take over from the 32-yard line. 5 minutes, 8 seconds remains here in the first half. It's been all Bulldogs up to this point as they lead it 21-0. Wing T formation behind the quarterback, Mason Taylor. Taylor's going to take it. He hands off over the left side. And there's another fumble, and the ball goes right back to Forrest City as it's recovered by the Mustangs. Cameron Tiswell does a good job and comes in and picks it up. And so just like that, the offensive series is over as C.J. Turner never seemed to have a good hold on the football. And so it goes right back to Forrest City. So 1st down and 10. Mustangs trying to figure out who's going to be on the field. Trayvon Gordon hustles his men on. Only 4 seconds left. He's going to put it into the hands of Ladarius Bradley. Bradley's got some room, and Bradley's going to get it across the 35 down to the 34. Bradley wants to go fast. So pick up a 4-yard, 2nd down and 6. Shotgun set. They're going to hand it off to Bradley. This time he's met in the backfield as Cole Branson comes rushing in, and they get nowhere as they're going to drop him for a loss on that one, and it's going to be 2nd down and 12. After a good gain on 1st down, they tried to come back with the same play, and that one didn't work out, so it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 13. Forrest City having a little trouble at the line. And now they're going to call an illegal procedure against Forrest City. I don't know if they tried to call a timeout with no timeouts left or what it was. But either way, move them back 5 more. So 3rd down and 17 needed to convert for the Forrest City Mustangs. Gordon's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Bradley at a wide position in the backfield. As Forrest City going with some different looks. Four-step drop. He's going to turn it loose, and he's got it down the field, and it is dropped at about the 5-yard line that time. He tries to get it into the hands of one of his bigger receivers in Kyman Lee. And Lee a little slow to get up on that far sideline. But that's going to bring up 4th down for Forrest City. Mustangs offense has really struggled here. We saw this from them last year, and then they came out in the second half and looked like a different team. Star City going to have to bow their backs and play 4 quarters of tough football. And so it looks like they may go back to that quick kick position. I'd be real suspicious if my kicker was Bradley. Bradley, one of the more athletic, quicker players on the team. And there's going to be another, let's see what they're going to call. I think it's going to be another 5-yard penalty for a delay of game against Forrest City. Forrest City struggling to keep personnel on the field here tonight. And so that's going to move them back 5 more yards. They're going to snap it back on their own side of the 50. High snap for Bradley. He gets it away. High kick. Lots of hang time. It hits and takes a Forrest City roll. And it's going to go out of bounds back at the 15-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for the Dogs. And they'll get one more crack at it at least here in the first half. 3 minutes, 16 seconds remains in the second quarter. It is 21-0, Star City on top. First down and 10 for the Dogs. They're going to hand it off up the middle. The handoff went to Tank Jones. We've either got a timeout or a flag, and I do see a flag on that far sideline. It's going to be a procedure penalty against Star City. And so 1st down and 10 for the Star City Bulldogs. They're backed up deep in their own territory here on this one. They're going to hand it off over the right side to Javion Turner. Turner's trying to stretch it here, and he's going to get it across the 10, just short of the 15-yard line. And so still short of the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 11. Clock running here at Bulldog Stadium. Taylor brings them to the line. And we've got a false start this time, going to be on Tank Jones, who moved just a little too quickly in that backfield. Again, looking at some of these first game jitters. So once again, that'll make it 2nd down and 16 for the Dogs. Taylor brings them back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to look to throw it, and he sails it right into the arms of Ty Grayson. Grayson does a good job of bringing in the catch, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down. That was a beautiful pass by Mason Taylor. Grayson did a good job running that slant route. And once again, the chain gang fools us. And it's not going to be 3rd down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Star City. 1:46 remaining here in the 1st half. Dogs would love to get another score on the board here. They still hadn't started the clock. Officials over here talking to somebody in the stands. I don't know what happened there. So they're trying to get the clock reset. And so they put 16 seconds back on the clock. It's going to be 1:56 remaining here in the 1st half. Taylor brings them to the line. Once again, one man spread out wide here on the near side. Taylor's going to keep it on the option. He gets a block. He gets across the 35, hops out of bounds. Good job that time as Javion Turner set a block for him. So 1st down and 10 for the Dogs. Taylor under center. He's going to hand it off to Cole Branson over the left side. Branson's got it across the 40. He falls forward to the 42. Looked like they got him by the face mask once again, as that's what he indicates, and there is some laundry on the field. So we'll see what the call is. So they're going to mark it off from the 42. And not only is it a face mask, it's a 15-yard variety of a face mask. And so that moves the Dogs across midfield, inside the 45, down to around the 43-yard line. 1 minute, 38 seconds remains here in the 1st half. 21-0, your score. And we've got some early movement once again. Tell you what, there's been more laundry on this field in the 1st half than the first week of college I ever had. And so just like that, it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Dogs. C.J. Turner checks back into the ball game. Replacing Javion Turner, Ty Grayson comes into the ball game as he'll split out wide here to the near side. They're going to run a reverse. Cole Branson's got it, and he is decleated just across the 50-yard line. It was an awfully high tackle, and I know it's hard to believe we've got another flag on the play. And so we're going to see what the call is. Now these refs have nifty new microphones, but they still got to talk it out sometimes. So Star City backing it up. And it's going to be a hold against the Dogs. Branson took a lick on that one. And so it's going to be first and very long for the Star City Bulldogs. 59 ticks of the clock left here in the first half. 21-0 our score. Fans at home, don't get too concerned. You expect so much of this sloppy play, we'll call it, here in the first week. Taylor decides to keep it on the option. He's trying to find some running room, and he's going to make a couple men miss. He is still on his feet as he fights to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's just unable to. Got a Mustang down here on the Star City sideline. He's a little slow to get up. But Taylor, while he didn't get much, you got to give it to him for effort. That was a heck of a play to try to make something out of absolutely nothing. So now, with 18 seconds left to go in the first half, it's going to be second down and 29 yards for the Star City Bulldogs. They put 4 more seconds back on the clock, so 22 seconds left here in the first half. Jamari Douglas is your wide out here on the near side. They're going to bring C.J. Turner in motion. They're going to hand it off instead up the middle as the handoff goes to J.A. Logan. Logan gets it across the 45, and he's got it to about the 47-yard line. And just like that, we have played one half of football. The Star City Bulldogs lead it 21-0 over the Forrest City Mustangs. We'll be back with the second half of action, here in about 20 minutes. You're watching the Star City Bulldogs live stream on YouTube. We're getting set for the second half here at Star City as the Bulldogs lead it 21-0 as we get set for the third quarter. Forrest City already sending some guys out on the field. We're about 20 ticks of the clock away from getting the action started. We'll be back with your live play-by-play in just a few moments. Well, as crazy as it sounds, Forrest City getting set to kick the ball off for the first time here tonight as Star City kicked it off to begin the first half. Octavian Washington's going to handle the kicking duties for the Mustangs. Back deep for Star City are going to be the Turners, Javion and CJ. Washington waiting for the live whistle. And he gets it end over end. It's going to be taken by Javion Turner. Turner's across the 25. He's going to get it up to about the 26-yard line, and that's where the Dogs will be in business. First down and 10 as they'll start the third quarter in pretty good field position. If you can't tell back home, we have gone from a 5-man official crew down to a 4-man as the gentleman who was serving as the white hat, the head official, had to leave for medical reasons at halftime, and so we've got a new man that is running the crew here. Ty Grayson's going to start the third quarter, split out here to the near side. Taylor's your quarterback. Tank Jones and C.J. Turner in the backfield. Handoff goes to C.J. C.J. straight ahead. He's maybe going to get a yard, and that's it. Forrest City showing some signs of life down there on the field. It'll be second down, and we'll call it 10 once again. Well, it was a hot and very humid afternoon. It's cooled off some here in the evening, but there's still some humidity in the air. Second and 10. Taylor under center. He's going to hand it off this time. Nope, he's going to keep it. He goes left. He makes a man miss. He's across the 40-yard line as he's going to get it up to about the 43. Taylor's a pretty shifty man there at quarterback. He's got some size. He's not easy to bring down, and he really reads that option well as he keeps that football in there until the last minute when he has to decide where to go with it. And on that one, he keeps it for a good gain. And so the chains move. First down and 10 for the Dogs. 1 minute has rolled off the clock here in the third quarter. Wing tee set. They're going to hand it off to C.J. Turner. Turner is wrestled down in the backfield, but you can't do it with the face mask. And so that one is going to come back. I think they're going to call the 5-yard variety on that one. Let's see as the head official goes over to talk to his side judge. Nope, they're going to call the 15-yarder. And so it's going to be an automatic first down. They'll move it 15 yards. And the Dogs are approaching midfield. Official still talking some things over. I don't know why they're going to call it first down and 2. I thought it would have been an automatic first down on a personal foul. But I'm assuming not. They run the option. Taylor's going to keep it. He's got lots of room around that left side. There comes a flag for an illegal block, as I think they're going to catch one on us this time, as it looks like Ryan Albright came in, and they didn't like what he did. Let's see what they're going to call. I could be wrong. Yep, they're going to call an illegal block in the back. And so that's going to move it back. First game sloppiness. Still happening here in the second quarter. We've been on the air here tonight a little over 2 hours, about 2.5 hours, and we started about 30 minutes before kickoff. When you have those penalties come in, it really brings things down to a crawl. So Branson and Ty Grayson are going to split here to the near side. High snap. They get it out to Grayson. It looked like it skipped to him. They're going to call it a reception. I don't know how he pulled that one off the ground unless they're going to say it was a backward pass. But either way, we'll take it. That's a Bulldog first down. That one looked like it hit the ground. So first down at 10. That one doesn't get much for C.J. Turner. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on first down. He gets it inside the 40, down to the 38. Call it a gain of 4 yards. Second down and 6 coming up. I formation once again. Turner dots the I. He gets a handoff. He barely got that one tucked away before the contact got there. They're having some trouble in the middle of that offensive line, keeping those big uglies from the defense out. And so they're going to give them a gain of about a half a yard, and it'll still be third and about 6. And they're going to send CJ to the sideline. Looks like he may be bleeding. Go get patched up. And so Javion Turner going to check in into the backfield as the Dogs look to convert here on third down. Albright's your wide receiver here on the near boundary. Proctor inside of him. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Tank Jones on the option. Jones has got it down to the 35. A good gain, but he's going to be 3 yards short of the first down. And so it's going to be a 4th down and 3 situation for the Bulldogs. 21-0 our count here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Dogs going to go for it here. Proctor and Grayson are going to split out to the near side. Flex bone set. Taylor goes with a hard count. Tries to draw him off sides, and he's going to burn the timeout. And we'll take it with them. 21-0 our score. 8:38 remaining here in the third period. We'll be back with more right after this. Dog's going to send the offense back on the field. C.J. Turner, Tank Jones, and Cole Branson, your backs, along with the quarterback Mason Taylor. Ty Grayson split out here to the near side. They're going to hand it off. Nope. Taylor's going to keep it on the option. He's across the 30. He's got first down yardage and more as he's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. He picks up about 8 or 9 yards. That's plenty as the Star City Bulldogs move the chains. Taylor really doing a good job his first year at the helm, running that offense as a quarterback. He really keeps that ball in there and rides the belly of his fullback until the last minute, and he is really getting this option game moving. 2 tight end set. Taylor looks to throw it. He puts it on the money, caught down at the 15-yard line. Brought in this time by Ty Grayson. As Grayson's got first down yardage, the Dogs are inside the red zone once again and looking to get some more points on the board. Taylor has really done a good job throwing the football. Grayson was wide open, ran a great slant route, and he dropped it right in there to him. 2 men split out wide for the Dogs. Flex bone set for Mason Taylor. He looks to the sideline, and there's a flag. And it looks like we got somebody that was lined up in the neutral zone for the defense. And so that's going to move it 5 yards closer to the goal line for the Dogs. They'll now have it just inside the 10, down to around the 9-yard line. Dogs on the march once again. They've not gone to the air much tonight, but when they have been on the money. Jamari Douglas and Trey Proctor are going to be your men split out. Branson goes in motion. They hand it to him on the left side. He's inside the 5. He's going to get run out of bounds at the 3. And there is a penalty flag down back around the 7 or 8 yard line. And probably going to be in the neighborhood of an illegal block. So we'll see if they call a block in the back or a hold. We got official time on the field. It's one of the players from Forrest City, a little slow to get up, but it is going to be a holding penalty against the Bulldogs. That's going to move them back. And so they'll spot the ball back across the 15, down to the 18-yard line. So now it's going to be first down and about 14 yards needed to get a first down. Got to get the ball inside the 5. Wing T set. Taylor runs the option. He's going to pitch it this time. He gets it to CJ. CJ's got room inside the 10, inside the 5. He sneaks inside the pylon. Touchdown, Star City Bulldogs. CJ Turner turns it on after taking the pitch from Mason Taylor, and the Bulldogs lead it 27-0 here in the third quarter. That was an option executed to perfection. You run the dive man as long as you can. Taylor pulls it out, swings out wide to the right, pitches it perfectly to C.J. Turner, who had nobody on him, and he's able to get it inside the pylon for a Star City score. Heredia on the field for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And so with about 7 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Star City leads it 28-0. We'll be back with more Bulldog football in just a moment. Heredia on the field getting set to kick it off for the Bulldogs. They lead it now 28-0. They're able to score one more and make it a 35-point deficit. That'll start the Arkansas Activities Association sportsmanship clock. And that will end things quickly. Heredia gets another good kick. Taking it about the 8-yard line from Forrest City. And he is still on his feet across the 30, pushing a pile forward. He's going to get it all the way to the 34-yard line before he's finally dropped there. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Mustangs. We saw Forrest City spend a lot of a drive in the first half going to a passing game and found some effectiveness. But Star City's defense has adjusted well to whatever the Mustangs are doing all night long and has really made things difficult on them. So first down and 10. Quarterback Trayvon Gordon is going to be in the shotgun set. He's joined in the backfield by Nehemiah Stone. 4 men out wide for the Mustangs. He's changing some things up. He looks to throw. He throws it across the middle. And they're going to call the pass complete, gathered in off the ground at about the 38, 39-yard line. Good job that time by their receiver getting his hands under the football and bringing that one in. And so they'll pick up 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 for the Stangs. They go with a 4 wide receiver look once again. Stone in the backfield. They'll throw over the middle. It's picked off. C.J. Turner's got it. He's across the 30. It's a foot race. He's inside the 10. Touchdown! Star City Bulldogs as C.J. Turner takes a pick 6 to the house. And just like that, it is a 34-0 ball game with your Bulldogs on top. C.J. Turner does a great job sniffing that one out. He was watching the quarterback's eyes all the way, and all he had to do was step in front of it, make the turn, and he had one man to beat. And he showed his speed, cut it up the field, and the Dogs are imposing their will at this point. And so Andres Heredia on for the extra point. And if he makes this one, it is going to quickly make this game in. The kick is up. It's down the middle, and it's in the front yard of the neighbor's house. Just like that, the Dogs lead it 35-0 over the Mustangs of Forrest City. We'll take a break in the action. We'll be back with more in just a moment. $35-0 our score here in Star City. We're in the third quarter, and they have just initiated the Arkansas Activities Association sportsmanship rule. And so this game's going to move quickly. After that pick 6 from C.J. Turner. Heredia gets his foot into it. It's going to be fumbled. And just like that, the Dogs have it again as that fumble is recovered, as Ty Grayson goes flying in, and he's going to pick it up. And here comes the Bulldog offense again. Now, after we are at 35-0, the clock's going to continue to run, but they are calling an official time to allow the players to have a bit of a drink on a hot night. There are some new rules that they're doing this year to try to keep everybody safe and keep everybody hydrated, especially on a day that was as warm as it was here. But it'll be first down at 10. The question will be, are we going to see some new faces on the offensive side as we get set to continue on here in the third quarter? Folks, we got a good crowd here in the stands tonight. The Star City faithful came out and supported their team. It's been a nice night for football here in town. That new turf, I say new turf, we had it last year, but it's still awfully beautiful. Looking great under the beautiful LED lights here at Bulldog Stadium. I'm sitting in a nice air-conditioned room in the nice new press box here at Bulldog Stadium. Really had some tremendous facilities upgrades over the last 2 to 3 years here at Star City. Of course, the new Bulldog Arena flanks me on the left side. If you've not been there, you've really missed out on some beautiful facilities here, as Star City wants to know and wants to show that they are one of the top places and one of the top schools in all of South Arkansas. We got some reserves in the ball game. Peyton Taylor takes over at quarterback. He's going to hand it off over the left side to Jamal Hickman. Hickman's going to lose a yard. That's going to make it second down and 11. But back on the facilities upgrades here, the community and local businesses have really embraced our school district and helped make this happen. We've got tremendous support from people all throughout the business community here in Star City and beyond to help make things the way they are for the Bulldog Nation. We got a false start on the offensive line. That's going to be 5 more against the Dogs, as many of these guys are getting their first crack at action here tonight. It's nice to see so many of the folks that own these businesses that help support these upgrades sitting right here in front of the press box cheering on the Bulldogs tonight in the opening week. Taylor's going to take it. He hands off over the right side, down across the 30, almost to the 25-yard line. As that time it looked like Lane Tucker was your back that carried it. So it's going to be third down. We'll call it 12. We may be giving them a yard there. Braylon Stevens, the sophomore, going to split out wide here to the right side. Taylor joined in the backfield by J.A. Logan. And the ball comes squirting out. I'm not sure if they're going to call that a live ball. They did. Official throws the beanbag. And so that's going to give it back to Forrest City down inside the 15-yard line. They'll be just shy of it down at the 14. As we've reached the 3-minute, 37-second mark here in the third quarter. Dogs lead it 35-0. And so Star City going to send out some new faces on the defensive side of the football as well. Forrest City keeps their starters in the ball game as they're trying to get on the board here for the first time. And it looks like we're going to have either a false start or an offsides penalty. And it is going to be a dead ball false start against the left tackle of Forrest City. Forrest City going to run it to the right side. And so with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, Dogs on top 35-0. Forrest City trying to get on the scoreboard here. They're going to hand it off over the right side, and that time it looked like the quarterback lost his footing, which in turn caused the running back to lose his footing, and they're going to lose 2 yards to make it third down and about 14 to go. Well, they're going to call it 3rd and 11. I thought I saw the official move the ball back. One of these days I'll learn to quit making assumptions. We'll call it 3rd down and 12. Clock at 1:05 here in the third quarter. They hand it off on the right side. There's some running room for the back over there. He gets it up to around the 20-yard line. He's still going to be 4 to 5 yards shy of moving the chains, and that'll bring up 4th down for Forrest City. At this point, I don't know if you continue to punt the football or if you give the punter the rest of the night off. Looks like they'll keep the offense out there one more time. Gordon rolling to his right side. He fires a pass over to the near side or far sideline. It looks like the pass is caught, but it is well short of the first down yardage. And so the ball's going to go back over to the Bulldogs. That second offensive unit gets set to go back onto the field. So the Dogs will have excellent field position. Once again, the ball spotted just inside the 21-yard line. I know the coach is not wanting to make an effort to just run it up at this point, but you would love to see some effort from this second unit. There goes the horn to signify the end of the third quarter. The Dogs lead it 35-0. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action right after this. We're back with the first snap of the fourth quarter, and Peyton Taylor is going to keep the football. But it's going to be an illegal shift against Star City. And so you can take that one off the board as they'll move it back another 5. That'll make it first down and 15 for the Star City Bulldogs. It's been a dog show here tonight as Star City has handled business on both sides of the football. First and 15, second offensive unit in. They're going to hand it off this time to J.A. Logan. Logan, he's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. He looks to be a few feet short. And so it's going to be second and long for the Dogs. Clock running. Down to 10 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Star City leads it 35-0. Second and 15. Flex bone look for the Dogs. Taylor hands it off over the left side. This time some running room as he gets it into the hands of Jamal Hickman. Hickman picks up some yardage. It's still going to be third and relatively long. 3rd and 9 is going to be where it's officially spotted. Dogs looking to keep possession and keep the clock running. They send the play in with James Harvey. Harvey's going to split out wide to the far side of the field. Taylor hands it off straight up the middle once again to Logan. Logan's going to get some positive yardage as he gets it down to the 16-yard line. And so that'll make it 4th down and 5. At this point, I'd almost like to see him run Heredia out there to see how he'd do from a field goal. I know you're not trying to run the score up, but give him a live look. Man in motion. Taylor going to hand it off straight up the middle of the dive man. There's nothing there. And the Dogs are going to turn it over on downs and give it back to Forrest City once again. 8 minutes and 35 seconds remains here in the ball game. All-Star City tonight, 35-0 over the Mustangs of Forrest City. Got to feel good about starting out this way. Forrest City is a 5A school. And the Dogs have imposed their will on both sides of the football here tonight. This defense, I know, would love to keep a shutout going. Forrest City sending their ones back out, and I honestly think that's because they do not have a full second unit. We are seeing some reserves make their way into the ball game for the Mustangs. Gordon hands it off over the right side. Shifty back there, but he's caught and not let go of as Lane Tucker comes into the backfield, scoops the running back up and drops him. Great job that time as he puts the pads on the sophomore running back, Jarek Holder. Holder's pretty quick. He's got some quick feet. He picked up about 3 yards, and that was it. Holder's going to dot the I behind the quarterback, Gordon. They hand it off to him once again right up the middle. And there's some room once again as they get across the 30. And that time it was actually the tailback was Darius Chris. I apologize. as he's able to get first down yardage and move the chains. Clock continuing to run as it shows 6 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the ball game. Star City holding on to the shutout. Gordon under center. He tries to run play action. He almost got sacked immediately. He's going to scramble across that right side, and he's going to get across midfield. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds just short of the midfield stripe. Back at the 49-yard line, but a good job. But he was being chased immediately by Jeremy Votts. And we've got an official time on the field. Looks like they're sending him to the sidelines for a mandatory water break. And so we'll take a quick break with them. As action resumes, it's first down and 10. Trayvon Gordon steps back and he passes it complete. He's got a receiver complete across midfield before he is knocked out of bounds that time by Jamal Hickman. Hickman laying the wood. But a nice pickup of about 15 or 20 yards for Forrest City. And we've got an official time on the field. Receiver for Forrest City took the worst on that one as Kyman Lee, the sophomore, still down. He's being attended to by the Star City and Forrest City coaches, and he's going to be helped off the sideline back to his side of the field. So here we go, first down and 10 for the Forrest City Mustangs. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain here in the ball game. Star City on top 35-0. Gordon in the shotgun set. He's going to drop back and look to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He turns it loose downfield, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. as it looked like that time he was looking to get it into the hands of Ladarius Bradley. Bradley just unable to hold on to it, and now we've got a Bulldog down on the field. It's been a long, hot, and humid day. It looks like the cramps are starting to set in. Coach is going to help the player to the sideline here. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 when they snap the football. 4 minutes, 52 seconds remain here in the ball game. Gordon looks to pass. He's going to look to throw it down the field. He's got a man there, and he overthrows him by a step as he's unable to get it into the hands of Justin Edwards. Edwards had his man beat. Nothing in front of him except the goal line, and he's unable to get it into his hands. And so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 as the Bulldog faithful start to make their way out of the stands and towards their cars. I'm going to tell you, a lot of folks stayed until just now, and this game has been well out of hand for some time. So here we go, 3rd and 10. Gordon takes it, and he's going to hand it off. There's a fumble. Star City recovers it at their own 35-yard line. Great job that time by Jamal Hickman scooping it up. And so Star City's going to end up with the football with about 3.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. They've not stopped the clock, so we may see that be the end of the game here. They should be able to run out the rest of the time. Personnel still trying to make their way onto the field. Tank Jones was out there, and they brought him back. Said, "Come back and have a seat, young man." Taylor's going to hand it off right up the middle into the hands of J.A. Logan. Logan's going to pick up about a yard on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and about 9 with 2.5 minutes left here in the ball game. Tell you, on offense, it was a huge night for Cole Branson. He had at least 3 touchdowns. I believe he ended up having 3 touchdowns. C.J. Turner had a touchdown on offense and 1 on defense. Handoff over the right side this time. Once again goes to J.A. Logan. He'll pick up another yard. That'll make it 3rd down and 8 for the Dogs with 1 minute 45 seconds left here in the ball game. Offense trying to slowly chew some clock here. Dogs had a great showing on both sides of the football. Don't get me wrong, there was some sloppiness, some of that to be expected in the first game, but what you got to do is clean it up before the second. So on 3rd down and long, they're going to take it right up the middle again with Logan. Logan goes nowhere, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Star City Bulldogs. 1 minute, 4 seconds remains on the clock, as we expect to see this one run as deep and as far as they can. to try to eat the rest of the game clock. I think the Bulldogs are going to let this one run down as much as they possibly can. And they'll take the penalty for delay a game. Or no, they'll call timeout. They'll take their last time out of the ball game. I'm just not used to seeing the officials talk back and forth on their little handheld walkie-talkies and not sending each other hand signals across the field. And so with 26 seconds left here in the ball game, it's been all dogs here tonight. Great job and a great defensive effort as the Bulldogs end up getting a shutout. Not a single point scored by Forrest City here tonight. Bulldogs had a great showing on offense, a couple of turnovers. They definitely need to clean up before next week as they put the ball on the ground a couple of times. But other than that, it's going to be a win to start the season, and your Star City Bulldogs are going to be 1-0 as they leave here tonight. Fourth down. And they're going to let the clock run as deep as it can possibly go. But they are going to have to snap the ball one more time. They take it and they hand it off. Good run to the outside here by Jamal Hickman to end the ball game. And that's it, folks. Your Star City Bulldogs are victorious as they come away with their first game and their first win of the season, 35-0 over the Mustangs of Forrest City. We thank you so much for joining us here tonight, as it has been my pleasure to bring you the ball game and welcome you back to football season here in Star City. Until next week, I'm Josh Smith. Everyone have a wonderful, safe weekend,